My dear, think how much it will cost. You will almost certainly lose money because no one will buy it. No one knows your name. I don't think so, father. I didn't pay to get it printed. The publishers paid me. Listen to what people say about it in these magazines. They were kind article. Most of the magazine writers liked the book. This Carabelle, then I asked, is it you? Charlotte laughed. Yes, Papa. It's a man's name with the same first letters, CB. Charlotte Bronte, Carabelle. She gave me the book and went out. I began to read. I think I read for 2 hours, but it seemed like 10 minutes. It was a wonderful, beautiful book. The story of a little girl called Jane Eyre. Her parents were dead, so she lives with an unkind aunt and her children. Then Jane goes away to a school called Lowood. This school is a terrible place, and it is very like the school in Cavenbridge. Jane Eyre's best friend, Helen Burns, falls ill at the school and dies. This Helen is just like my own little Maria. When I read about her death, my eyes filled with tears. But it was a beautiful book too. I did not want to put it down. At 5 o'clock, I got up and went into the sitting room. My 3 daughters sat there waiting for me. Their eyes were very bright. I still had tears in my eyes, but I had a big smile on my face too. I held up Jane Eyre in my hand and said, Girls, do you know Charlotte has written a book and it is more than good. It is very, very fine indeed. Emily and Anne did know, of course. They had known about Charlotte's book for a long time. Jane Eyre was not the first book that Charlotte had sent to a publisher. Over a year ago, she had written another book, The Professor, and sent it to one publisher after another. Each publisher had sent it back in a packet addressed to Carabelle, and then Charlotte had sent it in the same packet to another publisher, and then another, and got it back again. The worst day was when we were in Manchester, going to the eye doctor. Do you remember? The packet came back then. That was the day before I started writing Jane Eyre. Do you mean that you started writing Jane Eyre while I was lying in that dark room in Manchester? That's right, Papa. But that's only 6 months ago, and here is the book in my hand. Yes, Papa. The book was printed a month after I sent it to the publisher. My dear, they decided very quickly that they liked it. Then, I think they did, Papa. After all, it is a good book, isn't it? She smiled at me. I don't think I have ever seen her so happy. She is a very small person, Charlotte, and not a beautiful woman. But when she smiled like that, her face shined like a fine painting. My wife Maria used to look like that sometimes when I first met her. I took her hand in mine. It is a very good book, my dear. I cannot tell you how proud I am. She touched my hand. Thank you, Papa. But you must not be proud of me alone. Anne and Emily. Oh no, Charlotte, please, Emily said. But Charlotte did not stop. Anne and Emily have written books too. Books just as good as mine. and their books will soon be published as well.